to the church. Right now they are buried, they are very deep, but the Lord is going to lead archaeologists to find them. I see two ladies, they're driving two different cars, and the Lord took me. I was also driving on that road, and then I had to merge. I wanted to merge leftmost, but I had to merge into the middle first for the other traffic to pass, so I can then merge later on the left. And that is how it was. And the Lord led me all through up to that place where the writings are. The Lord has taken me to Israel. There's going to be a significant discovery of writings, archaeological writings that took place in ancient times, ancient Israel. And this is going to be a significant discovery for humanity, for the state of Israel, for the church, and for the whole world. But the writings of Judah, it's written in Hebrew, but the Lord now wrote it for me. It translated for me in English, but into the writing of that time. So the J, almost, the tail of the J goes almost up. You would think it's a D because it almost touches the stroke up there. It's a very beautiful situation that happened. The Lord was reading together with me, was opening and reading together with me. The Messiah is coming, prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Today, June 5th, 2020,
na leo hii tarehe 5 mwezi wa 6 mwaka 2020,
I give a prophecy alert today
ninapeana unabii leo hii
that there is soon going to be a significant discovery in Israel,
ya kwamba hivi karibuni kunaenda kuwa na uvumbuzi wa muhimu kabisa kule Israeli
of ancient Hebrew writings about Judah.
ya maandiko ya kale kabisa ya Kiebrania kuhusu Yuda.
They're going to be discovered in Israel.
Yanaenda kuvumbuliwa kule Israeli.
And the first time I gave this prophecy was June 12th, the year 2019.
Na mara ya kwanza nilipeana unabii huu ilikuwa tarehe 12 mwezi wa 6 mwaka 2019.
And I give it today June 5th, the year 2020.
Na ninaupeana leo hii tarehe 5 mwezi wa 6 mwaka 2020.
This is an event that has not yet happened.
Hili ni tukio ambalo bado halijatendeka.
Center has recently been exposed at archaeological excavations in the Arnona neighborhood in Jerusalem. The excavation, conducted by the Israel Antiquities Authorities, revealed a site which is unusually large, a structure built of concentric walls. Now, of particular interest, 120 jar handles were found bearing seal impressions containing ancient Hebrew script.
Archaeologists uncovered more than 100 unique seals on jar handles, many stamped with the ancient Hebrew word lemelech, which means to the king or belonging to the king.
למעלה כתוב בכתב עברי קדום אותיות למד מם למד כף למלך, ומתחת לסמל מופיעים שמות אחד מארבעה מקומות, חברון, זיף, סוחו או ממשק. תביעה פרטית שנושאת את שמו של משולם אלנתן, אולי היה פקיד חשוב בממלכת יהודה.
This site has revealed a huge host of discoveries.
אנחנו נמצאים בקצה של המבנה הממלכתי מימי ממלכת יהודה. אפשר לראות פה אבני גיר גדולות, מסוטטות. די ברור שכזה מבנה, בכזה גודל עם כאלו אבנים, זה מבנה ציבורי.
But that's not all. As for the building itself, experts say it likely served as a government activity center during the reign of King Hezekiah at the start of the 7th century BCE. It was used to store surplus food as well as collect taxes, though the site also reveals details of a biblical standoff between the invading Assyrian armies and those of the Judean king.
צפנו פה עשרות רבות של ידיות קנקנים נושאות טביעות חותם. חזקיהו יודע שצנחריב הולך להגיע ליהודה ולאחר מכן לצור על ירושלים, ובמסגרת ההכנות האלה למרד הוא חייב לאגור כמה שיותר גבוה. למעלה כתוב בכתב עברי קדום אותיות למ"ם למ"כ למלך, ומתחת לסמל מופיעים שמות אחד מארבעה מקומות, חברון, זיף, סוחו או ממשק. תביעה פרטית שנושאת את שמו של משולם אלנתן, אולי היה פקיד חשוב בממלכת יהודה.
A significant storage center has recently been exposed at archaeological excavations in the Arnona neighborhood in Jerusalem. The excavation conducted by the Israel Antiquities Authorities revealed a site which is unusually large, a structure built of concentric walls. Now, of particular interest, 120 jar handles were found bearing seal impressions containing ancient Hebrew script. Now, earlier I asked Professor Israel Finkelstein, a professor of archaeology at Tel Aviv University, about the significance of this discovery.
Well, it takes us back to the 7th century BC, to late monarchic times. And the finds at Arnona are important because they show the significant growth of Jerusalem and Judah economically and politically, if you wish, and of course from the administrative point of view. So this is the period when Jerusalem and Judah, under Assyrian patronage, becomes a very important player on the scene of the Levant. At that time, Judah was well organized, and it needed to pay taxes to the Assyrian overlords, and they had to collect agricultural output, wine and oil and things like this, and the seal impressions were impressed. The impressions were put on handles of storage jars, which were used for the collection of taxes, which made it possible for Judah, first of all, to pay the Assyrians and also to conduct an advanced economy in Judah itself.
I am now standing between two of the walls of the major Iron Age structure that we've uncovered.
Archaeologists say the site is one of the most significant recent discoveries from the 8th century BC. That's known in the Bible as the time of the kings in Jerusalem. The excavation is here in the southern part of Jerusalem. Behind me is the new U.S. Embassy. Archaeologists say it's ironic that this area served as an administrative center 2,700 years ago, and now it's home to an embassy.
This site has three aspects that are unparalleled. The stamp seals, the monumental architecture, and the stone heap proves beyond reasonable doubt the administrative nature of this site.
Located about 2 miles from ancient Jerusalem, it appears the government managed and stored food supplies for the kingdom here. They also collected wine and olive oil, the tax payment of that time. Archaeologists uncovered more than 100 unique seals on jar handles, many stamped with the ancient Hebrew word lemelech, which means to the king or belonging to the king. The site is dated to a turbulent time when the Assyrian king Sennacherib was trying to conquer the cities of Judah. Still, the excavation shows the site remained active with uninterrupted tax collection. Archaeologists also found human and animal figurines.
The Bible says not to do idol worship, and it repeats it, and the prophets warn about this time and time again. The reason for warning is that they keep reverting back to the idol worship, and it seems like these were very common in every single household.
One of the mysteries is a huge mound of flint stones that archaeologists believe covered a large building. Nearby, workers are uncovering the remains of a wide wall.
We think these are looted elements, ancient looting, of a monumental structure that still exists maybe to some degree under the pile.
The discovery came during a salvage excavation conducted before the construction of a new neighborhood.